Hello there, Shejin. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Let's have a look. In this globalized world, more and more companies are expanding their presence by marketing to new countries. Wonderful start. Some have stated that this is invasive and intrusion for the country being targeted. Great vocabulary, targeted, topic-specific vocabulary, good. Great. Don't try and use synonyms. Try and use different words rather than take your words from the question. Okay, the examiner can't give you points for these because they're from in the question. So, and if you can't find substitutes, at least change the form. Okay, intrusive and an invasion. Yeah, just slight modifications, but we're showing the examiner we've got a wide grammatical range and good extensive lexical resource. Okay, so let's see. While others suggest this helps to spread ideas and culture. Good. Excellent. So what could we say? Spread cultural knowledge, yeah, and country-specific ideas, for example. Yeah, just different vocabulary there. But great start, and well done for using this. That's excellent. Good conjunction there. Comparative, we're balancing the sides. Fantastic. As companies expand beyond their country of origin, they bring with them the culture from their host countries. Good. For example, with the introduction of sports brands such as Nike. I prefer such as because it's like the British way. Like is more American English. It's just a minor point. Into the emerging markets. Okay, for example, with the introduction of sports brands such as Nike into emerging markets, more and more people are becoming interested in keeping an active lifestyle, which is a mainstay in a developed nation, but might not have occurred to many in developing countries. Okay, that's a big generalization. Okay, that an active lifestyle is a mainstay in developed nations. It's a big generalization. So I would say, which is often a mainstay. Okay, because it's easy to say, it's easy to discredit that because America is the most obese country in the world, and it's also the most developed one as well. So just bear that in mind. Additionally, the presence of these companies. Okay, so it's a bit. The argument is not very strong. Okay. Okay, there's not a real example here to support your claim, which is that when Nike enters a country, people become more interested in an active lifestyle. You've done nothing there to explain why. Okay, an example would have been perfect. For example, a recent study by the IMF showed that because of Nike advertising their sportswear, people with local residents were 3 times more likely to start adopting the sports they saw on the billboards. Okay, now this is a solid, coherent argument. Okay, we didn't just jump onto another argument. So that this is what's necessary in IELTS. You need to build cohesive, coherent, strong arguments with solid examples. Okay, and it's not difficult to do. It's really easy, actually. In my online course, there's a module dedicated to this specific thing. And literally, it can be learned in like 10 minutes. Anyway, additionally, the presence of these companies can expose people from other parts of the world to new ideas. Good. For example, the introduction of social media companies helped spread the idea of democracy and equality. Okay. These imports have helped the struggle of freedom and equality in many developing countries. Okay, once again, I would have liked a solid example there. Yeah? So yeah, just bear that in mind when you're constructing or when you're planning your paragraph. It's better to have one idea expressed coherently, fluently, rather than lots of different ideas without strong examples or without a strong foundation. So just keep that in mind. On the other hand, marketing can be skewed, okay, check your spelling there, against the developing or underdeveloped nations. Good. The rich nations are filled with companies that can expand beyond their boundaries. When they invariably introduce their culture through their advertising campaigns, this can, hedging, they can slowly dislodge the culture of the guest nations. For example, in Brazil, with the introduction of Western fast foods, the traditional foods are disappearing from daily life, and the Western foods often cause obesity and malnutrition. Okay, so be careful there. We hedging once again and just making it clearer what is causing obesity and malnutrition. Okay, just making it crystal clear. Also, I would recommend that we close this paragraph with, therefore, there are numerous dangers associated with international marketing, especially for countries on the receiving end. Okay? Once again, just making your argument crystal clear. This helps the examiner award points for task response. Okay? In conclusion, international marketing does bring new ideas and culture from other countries. However, due to the power imbalance between the countries, these ideas might not always be a positive and might end up replacing the culture of the guest nation. Be careful there about repetition. Okay, we've already said this term. Let's use a different term. Fantastic work though, fantastic work. You're very, very close. So, what I'd like you to do now is have a look at the links that I sent you. Okay, I've put a special offer in the mail as well, in the email. Have a look at that, and hopefully we'll be working together. I think you've got tremendous potential, and a student like you would benefit tremendously from being on the online course. Okay, take care, have a great day, and good luck with the IELTS prep. All the best.